Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's me, Mr. Mario, and welcome to an episode of Let's Repair, where this is probably going to be the newest, most relevant version of Let's Repair, I say, and this is going to be a little bit different, I guess, in terms of how I'm going to show everything. Not exactly sure how we're going to do it. We're going to wing a little bit, but I do have a guest here with me, which he's off camera, but you want to introduce yourself, my dude? Come over here to the mic.
What's up, everyone? How's it going, Sean?
Yeah, so this is Sean, and this is not my console. This is Sean's console. And Sean, what is this that we're looking at, and what's wrong?
So that is my original Xbox One X, the Scorpio edition one, and just after the holidays, I just wanted to chill out, play some games, and my entire system just basically crashed itself. It wouldn't. I tried to load a bunch of games, say it didn't work. Then I deleted them, tried to re-download it, and my whole system blacked out, and nothing worked. Yeah,
and right now, I'll even, in editing, I'll even show what's going on. But right now, if we turn this thing on, it turns on, and nothing is displayed, no signal, nothing. And then you turn it off, and that's about all that can happen. And we're going to see what we can do without doing any component level repair. And what I'm hoping for is this might be just a hard drive issue. So what we did is we ended up going out and we bought, it's brand new and everything, but we're technically going to be downgrading it, I guess. We are going from 1 terabyte to a 500 gig, but at the same time, we are upgrading because we're going to try to repair this by replacing the 1 terabyte hard drive in here with a 500 gigabyte solid state drive. So therefore, we can make a little bit better utilization of the SATA 3 that's on board here. So let's give this all a shot. So I'm not really going to show too much of the system here, but this is the old hard drive, and I'm not even going to try and get anything off here. We're just going to treat this like a repair, or a replacement. So I'm going to take this sticker off, remove before installing. Let's go over to the computer, and I'll show you what we're going to do. All right, so I'm going to be keeping disk management up, but I just hooked up the drive itself. I'm going to initialize it real quick. You know what, disk 5, sure. Actually, I don't even need to do that. I'd rather not do that, just let the script do its thing. But there are a few things I downloaded. So first of all, big shout out to a user named Xfix. We're going to be using his scripts, which is the Xbox One HDD Master. That's version 8. I downloaded OSU1, a boot animation for the Xbox One X, as well as Xbox One Master, HDD Master. This is just the extracted version of it. And Sean, you're more than familiar with this OSU1 zip, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. What a nightmare, man.
Because you've already tried the recovery and that hasn't worked, but then you had to do this on another system.
Yep.
So hold on. I do want you to share that story before we, once we get into this here. But I have the, let's see, download the master version. I'm going to go to Win, and looks like, I have the README, but everything's pretty easy on here. So we need to launch this. I don't really want to do PowerShell. I'm just going to do command prompt. So there we go. I got my admin version of command prompt. I'm going to come right over here, paste this in. Oh, oops, I had to do CD. I forgot. All right. And we're going to launch create Xbox drive. So we have this set up as disk 5. That's important to know. All right. And I have never run this before. This is going to be fun. Let's see here. Yep, we got that. We have all that available. Any non-free drive letters interfere with this script. All right. It's a 64-bit operating system. That's fine. So we're going to do A. And yes. All right. So we did A because we're going to replace upgrade without a working original drive. We're just going to assume the original is not working. I'm going to select disk 5 because I've confirmed that is the solid state. So I'm going to do 5. Does selected disk contain C? Does not contain C, can't continue. GUID, this is going to erase all data. Yes, we want to continue. And we are going to be doing a downgrade, of course, but we're going to do a 500 gigabyte standard. And there we go. So I'm just not going to touch it at this point. So while this is all going on, yeah, that's all fine. So Sean, you've had a little bit of a nightmare with your Xbox Ones. Would you like to tell the people at home what's been going on?
Yeah, man. Kind of like I said, just after the holiday season, just wanted to sit down, play myself some video games, and here I come, nothing's loading up. So I go out, and I just missed the sale for brand new Xbox One X's for that nice $350 price point. The bundle packs, the holiday season ones. So I'm like, I don't want to really shell out that much more. They just announced the new Xbox system, so I just need something to hold me out for a year. So I go over and I purchase myself a used Xbox One X. And I come back home, start hooking it up, get my profile all set up on it, and this is where I kind of think I found the problem of it. I have an external hard drive that's hooked up to my original Xbox One, and so I get my profile on it, start downloading some games, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can play some of my games that have already been downloaded onto my external hard drive, plug it in, and it's working fine for a second, then my whole system just crashes.
And that's where you needed this guy right here, this OSU1. Yep. That's where that came in.
That's where that came in. So, just start, like, by this point in time already, it's been like 3 hours of me trying to fix everything. And I finally get to a happy place. Then here it comes. All right, I need a flash drive. I look around, can't find any of my flash drives. Drive out to Walmart, purchase me a cheap flash drive. Then I have to download this OSU.
And see, the funny thing is, you and I, we were texting, calling each other the whole time. And it was like, if you were just like a neighbor or something, like if you were closer, we would have had this shit figured out so fast. It would have been
so much faster. So, finally get it going. I unplugged the external hard drive. By this point in time, I'm like, I think that's what it is.
Because you said that the external was being slow, like it was slowing down your original system, which is the one we're fixing.
Yeah.
And now you've used it, as soon as you plug into the second Xbox One X,
it just bricked it. So I run this OSU because it brings me to, the kind of like safe boot screen for the Xbox One.
Oh, sure, like the recovery mode.
Yeah,
we have it right here.
Recovery mode.
Yep.
And so it's like, oh, plug in the USB with the downloaded OSU and we'll update your system. That's what you need to fix it. So finally get that all sorted. That's another 2 hours of me messing around with it. Plug it in, hit the download, it starts going along, just like when I was originally setting it up. And about halfway through, the Xbox clicks off. Nothing different about that because it needs to restart during updating.
Sure.
Comes back on. Hey, I'm in safe mode again. You need to update. I'm like, wait, what? So I try to run this 2 or 3 more times, and I'm like, I give up.
So you so the external, just to confirm with everyone here, this not only, we might think it affected your first Xbox One X, but you went out, got a used Xbox One X, and then the shit just completely bricked it where you couldn't even get out of recovery.
Yeah, I couldn't even get out of recovery mode. Yeah. So I packed it back into the box, brought it back, and it was like, hey, it doesn't work.
You're technically not wrong.
Yeah. And they were nice about it, so they exchanged my used Xbox One X for a different used Xbox One X. This time, just set it up normally and did not plug in that device, and everything's been running good since.
Yeah, so that's been the other thing that we didn't talk about until now. We think that there might have been an issue with your external hard drive that has caused this issue with both of these. But now, thankfully, maybe this will be okay. You know what? So the script's finished running, so I'm going to press any key to continue. The script's done. That really didn't take too long, thankfully. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to exit out of that cleanly. That's all good. And I did download OSU1 because we are going to need to utilize it. So let me go over to my flash drive here, which is H. I'm going to format that to FAT32. That's okay. That's fine. Let's exit out of here. And I'm just going to extract the system update to it directly. So that way the idea is we're going to be taking the SSD itself, we're going to plop it in, and if this works, there's a few things we need to do. Then we need to reload the operating system from OSU1, and after that, there should be one more thing that we need to do, which I'll detail on here if this all works, but we'll just see. But I'm going to go ahead and let that transfer over, and let's just see right off the bat if this is going to allow us to do what we need to do. Because I can just, unhook the SSD, which I will. Let's see, I'll come over here. I'm going to safely eject it. There we go. Just going to remove the SSD and pop it into the Xbox. All right, so we got the system here. What I'm going to do is this little mechanism. Essentially, I'll kind of just work backwards on this here. I'm going to take that off. There we go. Remove this. This is for the old hard drive. And I'm going to pop this onto the SSD itself. There we go. Let's go ahead, pop this. Where is this supposed to go? Yeah, let's actually... Oh, there we go. All right. So I pop that on. Yeah, that should be all fine. So there's going to be several screws that I need to put this on, and I'm actually going to move the console a bit over this way. There we go. And let's go ahead and get everything screwed back in. So I do have all the screws right here. And are these the right ones? Yes. And so I've never taken apart one of these Xbox One X consoles as well, so this has been a cool little experience. But I have to say, it's been built, like, real awesome. I've been impressed with it so far. I'll go ahead and pop this in. Yeah, it's going to pretty much sit. Just kind of trying to see how everything's going to sit in there. It's going to go like that. Yep, that's exactly how it's supposed to go. So there we go, cool. And I got these 4 screws. And for the time being, the rest of the screws from the console I'm just going to put over to the side. So let's hope that this works. Dude, I'm really hoping it does, because I don't want to do any like further like a component level repair on this.
Just saying, man. You can't break it to any worse than it was already.
Is that a challenge?
I mean, fair enough. I mean, I can always just swap out the plastic and I'll be happy.
Oh, you're talking about like swap, like, because you got like the Scorpio edition, so you're talking about like swap the actual case onto your current one so you'll still have a Scorpio.
Yeah, I'll have a quote-unquote Scorpio.
Nobody's going to open it up and care, yeah. Some people will be like, oh, let's match the serial numbers. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's your own personal system. It's fine. All right, so one more screw to go here. And thankfully, I was telling Sean this, we don't have to worry about, really the vibration, I guess, not function, but the vibration protection on here, since this is a solid-state drive, so there's no platters that are going to go nuts on this. Ouch, that hurts a little bit. Ow, ow, ow. All right. So cool. Let me go ahead and hook this back up. Gently. All right. So that goes in there. And I'm going to hook up the Blu-ray drive itself. I'm actually going to anchor this a little bit towards me just so it's a little easier to see. That's fine. Is that okay? Yeah, that looks to be fine. Let me double check it, but let's see. Pretty much not. Oh yeah, they still use the notches. All right, that's good. They still use it. Some of the parts have still kind of stayed the same, but I have noticed with Xbox generations, as they get more advanced, all the little cables inside the system get smaller and smaller. Like the original Xbox, they were very generous with this power cable, and now it's like, nope, you get like this much power cable for the disk drive.
You can't touch it.
You can't. Yeah, they don't want you to touch it. They don't want you to fix the Xbox. All right, so I'll put it in like that. That should all be good. Now, God, I see why they did this upside down, but I hate it at the same time. I really don't like that. Like, at least when I'm trying to work with everything here, Okay, is that gonna... Just make sure the hard drive, still stays in there just fine. Which looks like it will. Yes, there we go. Yes. Okay, that's how it's supposed to go. Cool. So, I guess we can kind of put it in like that. All right, and if we want to, anything else we can do? No. I think that should be okay for now. Cool.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so that's going to be good enough. I do need to take the Yeah, I guess technically we could take the shroud, put this on top. There we go. Alright, so there's something like that. Gonna keep it in there as such. And... okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we did take this all apart off camera, which thankfully wasn't all too bad. But let me see. There is one piece that's there. No, it's not going to be that. It's part of that was part of the casing itself. That's it. So I guess like what I'll do is I'm going to hook that up. And there is one other piece on the side here. This is the wireless mode. I'll go ahead and hook that up as well. Let me see. Yep. All right. I think that should be about good enough at this point. So, let's see. Oh, actually, we're going to need, hold on. Because we're going to need some other stuff. Can you get me the other pieces real quick?
Yeah. You want both?
Sure.
I have connected them both together. So.
Oh, Sean just connected both of them together. Oh, boy. All right, yeah, this is kind of what I'm needing here. There we go.
Yep.
All right, so actually this is just for... oh, no. You know what? I will need this. Okay, I am going to need this because it has the eject button on it. So I'd rather not do, like, too much else to this. So let me see. Kind of put this in. That will go up. This can be such a janky partial install. But, you know, whatever we can get it to work with. There we go. All right. There we go. So we got that in. So this little cable right here, I think it will actually be easier if, let me see. I don't want to pull that up completely. So let's see. That's already been disconnected, which is fine. There we go. That's reconnected. And this little guy right here is reconnected. Okay. I think we're finally at a good enough point where this is not fully assembled, but it's been assembled enough that we can actually test it out. So let's hook it up and see if it works. All right, so we're just going to keep it here, but I plugged into the HDMI and power. So here is my capture device. Let's turn it on. It should be... oh, that is bright.
That is a bright light.
That is a bright light, indeed. I hear the Blu-ray drive. It's black. Look at that, Sean. Black screen. It works! It works! It works!
Oh, Mike!
Oh, my God. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. Now, let's see what error we got. E106. Sean, we are on track right now. We are on track. All right, so what I'm... oh, it's blinking a lot. All right. All right, so we have it at something like this, all right? This will be just kind of like both. You could see the stats of the Xbox One and the screen. Sean, how are you feeling right now?
It's a little upsetting, but at the same time...
it's upsetting, Sean. I just found the easiest fix for this.
That's insane to me.
Yeah, dude, I'm so happy. Seriously, I'm so happy it was the hard drive. It wasn't anything else there. So, we need a controller now.
I did not.
I have a controller. Hold on, let me get one. So I can control this. Fantastic. Now, Sean, the reason why we're getting this error here, I can explain to you and all the people at home.
Okay.
So right now we have put in a hard drive that is successfully, that is properly configured, but there's nothing on it. So the Xbox has no idea what the fuck to do. Yeah, which is why it gave us this error. And shout out to XFix in one of his videos I saw, where he was going through this whole thing. He said this is expected, and right now we need to reset the Xbox because the Xbox has a bunch of like profiles and stuff tied to it, and we need to wipe all of that from the console itself, not the hard drive. So we just need to, you know, pretty much get the Xbox into a fresh state, and the hard drive needs to be in that. So I'm going to go to Troubleshoot. And I'm going to go to reset this Xbox and remove everything. And it's off, and let's just wait for it to do its thing.
See, this is where I got to with my second Xbox.
Okay.
And it crashed in the middle of this process. This is how I bricked the second one.
And it's, you know what? I'm going to say, though, Sean, it's not you that bricked the Xbox. It is your external hard drive that bricked the Xbox.
Completely fair.
So that's about all we can do to reset it. We're still getting the E106, but that is fine. So what I'm going to do is I have a flash drive right here, which I'm going to plug into the back of the console. All right, so I've plugged it into the back, and that has the OSU 1 update. So I'm now going to go to Troubleshoot. Can I get any farther on this? Unless I just have to turn it off completely. Actually, I think that's what I need to do next here. Excuse me. So I am going to turn off the Xbox. And that actually turned off just fine. Thank goodness.
Why did that beep twice?
I think it just does that.
Okay. Sure.
Sure. So I'm kind of waiting here a little bit just because he was recommending waiting like 60 seconds or so. I don't remember the exact things on here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to also, if that's all okay, go ahead and just turn it back on. And the error we do not want to see, and let's hope I don't jinx us, is reading from the flash drive in the back, which is good. Oh, preparing the console. All right, we got E106. That's fine. Troubleshoot. Oh, is it going to take it? It's thinking. Let me actually, just this is a little bit more entertaining as well, too. I'm actually going to put this in the front of the console. Oh, it looks like it's not even detecting it properly. So I might need to try another flash drive.
Did you format that one?
I did format it. I have a flash drive downstairs that has the OSU 1 update. I just flashed to it. But let me see what else I could run it on as well. I think I just found the issue. I was making a silly assumption here. I was formatting this as FAT32. It needs to be NTFS.
I don't know what those mean.
Those are just different types of formats, and the reason why I did, well, like setups there, and the reason why I did FAT32 is because that's what I normally have to use on game consoles, including the original Xbox One. Or, no, the original, the 360, that's what I was trying to say.
Huh.
Yes. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to extract OSU 1 right there, doing that on my other monitor, and I'm going to come here, because since I had to format it, I had to completely wipe everything off this. So that's just extracting. My own fault right there. That was my silly mistake. I'm going to come here, copy. Well, you know what? I'll just be patient. I'll wait for this to properly finish up. God, this takes a while even on an SSD. Damn. Okay. I'm going to copy this out. Yep. Copy and paste. And now we have to wait for a few minutes. So wait, you're thinking like because you moved it around so much?
Yeah, like I brought it around a lot during the holiday season.
I don't think so. Hard drives die. I've done a lot worse with other systems, like more fragile systems, and they've been fine. So I'd say no. I think you I think you just have a case of a dead hard drive that died because it died.
Mixed with the external that boned another system.
Yeah, I think I would more say there's something wrong with your external, especially because, again, we've now verified your external has probably damaged this system. It fucked with the hard drive here, and it had somehow corrupted a second system entirely. So yeah. I would not trust that external.
No, that external is probably going to get smashed.
Okay, cool. Just let out all your anger on it. You spent so much money, so much time on this.
You know, honestly, that also might be a Seagate.
Oh, God. You didn't buy Western Digital? I know we're just going to upset so many people in the comment section. Look, I'm more of a Western Digital person, all right? That's why I bought the Western Digital SSD. Hey, well, I had you buy it.
That's fair.
Yes. Yeah.
No, man, I just went there and I saw a cheap-looking external, and I was like, I'll give it a try.
Oh, my God, John.
It just happened to be a Seagate.
Because Seagate's normally cheaper. After this experience, I wonder why. I don't even think it's really the hard drive, maybe. I think it might be more the adapter, which is even worse because that means, you could fry stuff if the adapter's bad. Like, yeah, that's not cool. Oh, boy. Still, though, I'll be happy once we get this thing up and running. We're seeing life in it for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just end up buying a different external hard drive.
You should. Yeah,
my new one.
don't ever use that hard drive again, the one that you verified is bricked two systems. Because one other thing, so I wanted to mention on here too for people to see, it's like, you were saying like near the end, like your Xbox One X, just even navigating was really slow. It was taking like, right before this one died, the one that we just revived, right before it died, you said it took like 5 minutes to shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not normal.
It was
nothing
taking a while.
Nothing like that is normal. Like even the because I really don't like the Xbox One that much, but I own a One X, and I'm like, no, it can be like a little bit slow navigating the menus, but like it shouldn't be super laggy or anything.
Yeah, it became really laggy.
Yeah, that's
like,
not normal.
Some of my games were failing to autosave, and I was just like,
yep,
that's weird.
Yeah, when you were telling me all that stuff, like when Sean was telling me that, I'm like, that is pointing more towards storage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's real spooky, though, that a bad hard drive can just give you no signal and nothing coming out of it. I think it's kind of dumb that the Xbox One doesn't output a basic instruction that's just like, hey, Air 110. And Air 110, for example, means your hard drive is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be a lot more, it'd be a lot less ominous than what we just worked with.
I wouldn't have had to drive to Walmart like 6 times.
You drove to Walmart 6 times?
No. The GameStop I went to was right next to a Walmart, so it's basically driving to Walmart.
I understand. Okay, you don't really buy physical games anymore, do you?
Nope.
Okay, never mind.
Physical games like 2 years ago.
Okay, yeah, no, because I was going to ask about this, because like GameStop is kind of losing a decent amount of business to Walmart, because there's so many GameStops that are next to Walmarts, and Walmart sells all their brand new games in store for $10 less.
What?
Yep. So all $60 games at GameStop are $50 at Walmart. And that's just a thing Walmart does. You don't need a membership. The only thing is you have to go in store and buy it there.
When did this start happening?
Several months ago.
Okay,
sometime last year.
So
yeah.
relatively.
Yeah, it was 2019 where they started doing it.
Okay. Because I would definitely, like, if that was the case, I would go out and buy that. Mm-hmm. But Xbox.
Yeah, because I was going to say, because I know you all have Game Pass, and then since you game share with a homie, like, yeah.
I actually don't have Game Pass.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh.
I don't know. It seems
I have
like
Game Pass because
idea.
my brothers mooch off of it. So.
I mean, that's fair.
It works for me. They're just like, hey, can we have this game? I'm like, it's on Game Pass. Let me just add it to my library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're still doing that thing where you can upgrade your current gold with Game Pass for like $1.
Yes.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
So I might just stack up a bunch of gold, like 3 years or whatever the maximum amount is, and then just slap Game Pass onto it.
I definitely recommend doing that. Yeah. Again, as someone who doesn't like the Xbox One that much, like, that is a real cool thing. Like, I think that's awesome. That's actually gotten me to play more games on the Xbox One.
Actually, you confirmed one of my things was if the primary account holder has Game Pass, then the people...
Yes, the only downside is, because, like, in this example, it's myself and my brothers, so I have Game Pass and Xbox Live on my account, and their console is my primary, because that's how it works.
Yep, that's how it works.
The only downside is if there's a new game that's on Game Pass that they want, because their accounts don't have Game Pass, they can't add the game or anything. Yep. So I have to go on my account,
start the download,
which adds it to my library. And because we are doing, we share that way, we game share, they just go onto their library and they have access to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that's what I have to do. I have to wait until the primary account holder gets it, and then I can do it. But I can just log into their thing and do it for them. So
yeah, and I lock down my account on my brother's system because I don't want them playing on my account. So
I mean, fair.
Yeah, it works out. They did the typical thing where two brothers, they each have an account, and of course they got lazy and started using one account.
Oh.
Yeah. So now they just both play on one account. And they were telling me the other day, they're just like, well, I want a new account because that second one is garbage. I'm like, it's garbage because you don't play anything on it. Like, why is this account a level 30 on Halo, for example, and the other account's a level 2? It's like, because you don't play on it. Like, there's nothing wrong with the account, it's you just need to access it and use it.
Just play stuff on it.
Exactly. And then it's at the point where it's like, when you put like 40 hours into FIFA, you're not going to restart on another account.
Dude, that was the biggest, thing for me right now. I put so much time, like, just change the subject slightly.
Sure.
I put so much time into Halo Reach. I have to restart again.
Oh, yeah, because they didn't carry over stuff from 360 to 1,
you
right?
still have my data for Halo 3 from 2008. You can just give me my stuff back.
Oh, man. Is this almost done? This is... There we go. All right, OSU 1, finally. Oh, okay. We finally transferred OSU 1 over. Okay, so I'm going to eject that. Let's go ahead there. That's our Xbox. That is Cam there. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm just going to use the controller. Turn this thing on. Come on. You can do it. Unless it can't. There. Okay. I did it Manuel. That's it. Come on. You can do it.
I can't get over how bright that light is.
Yeah, on here, it's definitely bright without any of that stuff. So repairing console, something went wrong. That's fine. So I'm going to plug this boy here. There we go. It's flashing a lot, and it looks like that's all fine. I'm going to go troubleshoot. That's what we want, offline system update. There we go. Okay, and now we do not touch this.
Yeah, that's where I got... See that little bar right there? That, like, little dividing bar?
Yeah.
Got, like, a little bit past that, and it was just like, nah.
Oh, wait, for which step did you get onto? Did you, because there's downloading, verifying, and then applying. So
I think you got the verifying.
Okay, so that's, I don't remember which step is which, but oh well, cool. This is working though so far. And then once we get this all up and running, there is like one more thing we need to do for you. We just need to copy one file onto the hard drive, and that should be it.
Neat.
Well, okay, excuse me, the solid state. So. Yeah, cool. No, I'm really happy that I'll be sending you home with now. Now you can start. We've talked about this. Now you can start your own Xbox collection.
I don't know if I want to collect these.
The Xbox One X's. Oh, come on, you could be like me and have like 47 Xbox 360s and then stack them up. I don't have that many, but I have a lot.
You have a sizable number.
I have more than a normal person should have.
You probably have enough more than like 2 people should have.
Stop judging me, man. Oh,
but
man.
I will say that I would rather collect 360s than these things.
Really?
I like the 360 look.
Oh, man, I love the 360.
Yeah, that thing was beast.
Yeah, unless it red ringed, which it did a lot. Yeah.
I went 3.
You did?
I think it was 3. I think 2, and then you fixed my last one when it bricked, maybe. The Modern Warfare one?
I didn't fix that one.
Did you not?
No, I flashed it.
Oh.
That's what we did, yeah, because you gave it to a family member, so
Yeah,
I
that's
flashed it, yeah. Yes. Yeah, but we didn't, there was nothing to fix on that one, thankfully.
I miss that system.
You can always get it back, I guess.
Nah.
If you ever want one, I have one. I just realized that. Dude, I have one complete in the box and modified and everything, like right out the gate.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing really on the 360 I'm itching to play right now.
I gotcha. Oh, okay, so downloading, verifying, and then applying.
Yeah, I got to like 1%.
Cool. Actually, you know, this process is probably going to be faster now because it's all on the SSD.
Dude, it is blazing. Oh my god.
It's definitely going a lot faster. You know, this makes me want to put a SSD in my Xbox One now.
Dude.
Like, if I could just spend not 30 minutes doing the updates, I'd be so happy.
I can't believe on how fast that's going.
Yeah. We, for anybody who might be wondering why we're downgrading to 1 terabyte, from a 1 terabyte, we bought this SSD locally just to, you know, not wait a few days for Amazon. And the store that we went to, we couldn't find any... Well, we couldn't... All the good deals on 1 terabyte SSDs that we could slap in weren't... They just... All the good deal ones were sold out.
Yeah.
All the more expensive ones were obviously, as I said, more expensive. So this was $65, which was fair because we were looking at it, and because you can put in a 500 gig, a 1 terabyte, or a 2 terabyte. And I was telling Sean that, and I was like, okay, well, you can pay $48 for a 500 gig hard drive, but if you're going to pay $48 for a 500 gig hard drive, I'd rather you just pay $65 for a SSD.
Yeah, I mean, given that choice, you might as well. I
Yeah.
already have everything set up on my other Xbox right now.
Yeah.
This will just be kind of like a spare and
Yeah.
kind of a neat thing, honestly.
Yeah, and I was going to say, it's like any any games you want to consistently play on this, you could just install to the internal, and then you can have your external for anything you want to transfer between your two consoles.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, point is it's working, so we all good. And if you ever want to put a 1 or 2 terabyte in here, just come back over and we'll do the same thing. All right, so it's applying. It's 26. Yeah, dude, this feels so much faster.
Yeah. Oh, trust me.
You've sat through many updates. I have too. But I know you've sat through more because you were part of the preview program at one point, and then you just use your Xbox One more. So yeah.
Is the preview program done? Is that so bad?
No, it's still a thing.
Oh.
It's still certainly a thing. I just don't think it's I don't think as many people are thirsting to get in it as they used to. But
I almost feel like the updates now are really subtle, and I don't notice it until someone's like, "Hey, did you notice this is different?"
You're like, what?
I was like,
wait, which mode do you use? Do you use instant on mode, or do you use energy saving mode?
So before, when I had this one, I was using energy saving mode, because the internet provider I work with is really finicky.
Okay.
With the system.
Okay.
So it drops connection a lot.
Okay.
So I use that because I tried to do some research myself and found that people are saying instant on kind of bugs with it a little bit, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I use instant on now with the new Xbox I have, and I'm having 0 issues.
Awesome.
So
real cool. Well, again, I'm happy I was able to get you sorted here.
Yeah,
so
man.
Yeah, this was just a really expensive mistake with learning with externals, I guess.
Hey, man.
It cost you a flash drive, a Xbox One, and an SSD.
9 hours of grief.
Yeah. All right. So cool. All right, there we go.
Wow.
And yeah, so now this is your thing, my dude. You get to initialize this all. All right, so we just went through, Sean went through the rest of the initialization process. So I'm going to unhook the flash drive and completely unplug the console, because we can confirm that it is now working beautifully with the solid state. But there is one last thing we need to do. Sean, did you notice that the cool looking Xbox One, the Xbox One X little animation did not pop up?
Honestly, I didn't even think about it.
Oh, well, it did not pop up, and we are going to be fixing that by putting it back on the hard drive. Because I don't know why, but for whatever reason with this process, that does not get put on there, so you have to restore it manually.
Wait. No, I guess that doesn't change the load time on it, huh?
Not really, no. Still has to boot up and all that stuff. So, we're just going to gently take this out. That's all okay. There we go. Let's flip this thing over. Or is it? Yes. We need to flip this thing over. Yeah, it's like this. Cool. All right. And here I just need to do the same thing, in which I'm going to unhook the Blu-ray drive. Okay. Unhook SATA. By the way, I love how cute this Blu-ray drive is. It's so small and cute. It's a good Blu-ray. It's a good boy. And let me remove all of this here. Okay. And I guess we will do... Yeah, there's not really an easy way to pop this thing off, unfortunately, because it's all tied down here. So just because I want to be safe with this, rather just do it right the first time, I'm going to, again, unscrew everything out of the SSD. And yeah. Sean, while I'm unscrewing this, I kind of just want to rant a little bit. Do you know how frustrating it is? This is fun, don't get me wrong, and I've really enjoyed it. It's brought me a sense of pride. But at the same time, just consumer, stuff. Do you know how much it upsets me that we have to go through all of this just to recover this? Again, there wasn't any error saying, hey, your hard drive is busted. It's just black screen completely.
There was like a high probability that this could have just not fixed it.
Yeah, no, there was. It could have been something else was zapped on the motherboard, and if you just gave this system to someone and didn't give them any of the details, they'd probably say, "Oh yeah, the hard drive port is busted, or the video chip that handles AV output is fried, and we need to replace that." Not even trying to guess that it's the hard drive. All of this stuff here as well too. All the hard drive stuff I've done, aside from OSU 1, which is you can get from Microsoft directly. This whole method is not official. You have to pretty much use this hacky method in scripts to do this.
That's nuts.
Yeah, this is all, and shout out to Xfix again, who's the user who did this. But this is all a homebrew community type thing. So let's come back here, and there we go. I have hooked up the SSD. Everything is there, and I believe it is system update. And pretty much the way Xfix explained it is previously he used to recommend, putting everything in here, but this is pretty much all the files that were dropped in from OSU 1. So now we need to do something a little bit different. This file, this bootanim.dat, there's two types. There's one for the Xbox One S and the regular Xbox One, and there's one for the Xbox One X. And I just got the one for the Xbox One X, and I'm going to put it into the X drive for system update. I'm going to put it in the A folder, and I'm going to put it in the B folder, and there we go. So it's been copied to both of those. There's nothing else here. I just want to yeah, that's it. That's the last file we had to transfer over. Your user content, because there's literally nothing on here, there's going to be really nothing here. And then temp content, that's all your temp stuff. So that is it, my dude. So at this point, I'm going to eject this. Where the hell is my eject? God, stop hiding from me. Here. Eject. Cool. And I'm going to turn off the SSD and remove it. And now we're just going to put this all back together. And let me bring up the camera. There we go. But no, kind of just going back to this, I hate how, anti-consumer this is, because again, just for doing this, we didn't have any official support on here. We had to wait for somebody to create these scripts and maintain them and everything. And then we're doing this ourselves. And this is really not all that hard by any means. But do you know how much it would cost if you had to send this to Microsoft and get this done all out of warranty and stuff?
No idea. I think it's probably at least $100.
At least 100, I'm sure. Yeah. It's just, it's so frustrating. And here's the frustrating thing, dude. So the original Xbox, it had about the same idea, where it had an internal hard drive. And that was a little bit worse, because see, with this, we could actually, every Blu-ray drive is matched to a console. But on the original Xbox, the DVD drive was really not matched to the console, it was the hard drive. Mm-hmm. The hard drive was locked with a key, and it was locked to that system, physically locked to it, essentially. Yeah. Or digitally, I guess. And if your hard drive ever busted on the original Xbox, that was it. You were kind of done. You really could not do anything else unless you knew how to hack up your system and get the EEPROM key, which was, would help you. That was essentially, the hard drive specific key to that console. And then you had to build your own hard drive and lock it to that. And it had to be a specific hard drive that would be lockable. So it was even worse than this, but thankfully it's easy enough to do because of homebrew tools and the community and all that.
Yeah.
And the 360 actually went away from that. Granted, you still needed security sector files and all that for the hard drive, but on the 360, you can remove your hard drive, the internal hard drive, so to speak. You can remove it, you can swap it out, you can upgrade it, officially. But if your hard drive dies, you can just go out and buy another one, swap it in. And you can go without, let me see, all that's fine, I think. Just checking that there now. Let me unscrew this a little bit. But no, what I'm saying is, on the 360, you could even, you can't really get too far, but you can still utilize the console without the internal hard drive.
Huh.
Yeah. It's not a requirement. You really do need it to play a lot of games properly, but it's not a requirement.
It's not a requirement.
Yeah, and I remember, I had made a video about this, talking about, the 8th generation Xbox that was coming out, and I said, do the same thing you did with the PS3. Make it so that I can pull out the hard drive and just pop in a new one, and then format it and everything and be all good. The PS3, the PS4, you can do that. The Xbox One, they went directly back. They went backwards on here. So you have to take apart the whole system and then use all these third-party scripts and tools and do this hacky way of doing it, which is, again, easy enough, but it frustrates me that they took a step back on this. They didn't have to do that. Oh, well. Is that really it? Yep. You know what? Here's the beauty of Let's Repair. At least people got to see this at the end here if you stuck all the way through. I think I set this up here improperly. But at least all the software is done on this side now.
It's done.
Yes, so the system is confirmed to be working and all that fun stuff, and then we can just put it all back together. And we'll be all good. Although, let me double check here. Let me just double check this real quick. Okay, yes, there we go, because all the pointy parts are now at the bottom. All right, cool. So that was my fault. Just put it in the opposite side, but yeah. So, Sean, you know, like all the RMAs I've dealt with my Nintendo Switch?
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you about this before, but like they've honored a couple of my RMAs out of the warranty, and it's been funny because I feel like if you told Microsoft I'm going to fix this myself, like let's say you call them up, they want to charge you money, and you tell them I'm going to fix this myself, I don't think they would be gracious enough to do this. But both times I've told Nintendo, and I wasn't lying, I was serious about this. They're just like, oh yeah, we're going to charge you like $100 to fix this. And I've said, no, thank you, I'm just going to fix it myself. They're just like, you know what, we're actually going to honor your, even though you're out of warranty, we're going to go ahead and honor this and just process this all for free. I don't think Nintendo wants people opening up their consoles and fixing them up the way we're doing it here. Yep, okay, these poke through. Awesome. All right, so now we have the SSD installed properly. Cool. So we have that in, we have that in, and now this means that you can shake the console as much as you want to.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
I can spike it.
Yeah, you can spike it while it's running. But that is, you know, the nice thing is it is one less thing to worry about, which is good. Always good. All right, so we got that back in. And, okay, let's go ahead and get this thing. Oh, no, we need to put this back on. Gently. Careful. Something like... Actually. There we go. Something like that works out. And here we go. We have the front part. Remember we had so much trouble with this? Or not a whole bunch, but still. I'm just exaggerating. Alright. So we got all that. Oh boy. There we go. Cool. So we got that all plopped in. We have this up the top. And let me plug in both the side pieces. So right here, I need to plug in this part. Let me plug it in there. This is a really well-built console, though. I am quite impressed taking this thing apart and putting it back together. It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. I wish you good stuff. There we go. Close that up. And lock that into place. All right. And now, let me turn on the console itself. And I don't know what the hell is going on with that, but we can definitely use the controller, but I can't turn this on with this controller right here. Oh, there we go. All right, speak the devil. Okay. So there we go. Let me transfer over here. Just waiting for it to boot. Got a black screen. And Sean, look. There we go. All right. So I want to make sure this boots up properly and we have all that fun stuff working here. And if it does, then, you know, we can finish this up. Sick. And now anytime you want a new hard drive, you just have to hook up that external to a system. Actually, I was going to say, that's a real good way to go. Oh my god, that was so fast!
That was actually...
Dude, it's done! That was so... Oh my god. Dude, I want an SSD in my Xbox. God, what have you done to me? What have you done to me? Sean, I want an Xbox... Like, I want an SSD in my Xbox One now.
That was crazy.
Hold on. Let's do this again. Alright, so we're turning it off.
Dude, that startup screen is usually a little bit longer.
It is. Alright, let's try this one more time. So... Okay. it goes. Okay, it's on. Oh, well. Oh, I forgot it has to do the thing where... forgot. It does that one thing where it won't, like... If you turn it off and then shortly turn it on afterwards, it's not going to, like, fully do it, but... Okay, there. Alright, so let me plug this back in. And let's just see, alright? So... 10 second. Well, it's at 10 right now. So we're turning that on. And let's wait for the signal to come up. Oh, I heard that fan. Okay, so it took about 21 seconds, let's say, to get to this part. Yeah, no, I'm serious. If it's going to consistently boot up this fast, I want an SSD in my Xbox One. I mean, that'd make a good video. I can make a tutorial about it and such.
Boom.
Okay, yeah. That took about 42 seconds.
Boom. Dude. You don't even need instant on anymore.
I know. That's amazing. All right, well, cool. Should you put an SSD in your Xbox One X? I say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially, a lot of people did complain that putting one in the Xbox One or One S didn't make that much of a difference because those were SATA 2. But now that we have SATA 3 here, like you're able to utilize it much nicer. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. I seriously think I'm going to make that upgrade. Oh, boy. Anyways, thank you for watching this episode of Let's Repair. I'm so happy we finally got this Xbox One X running, so now Sean can have his own Xbox One collection.
Yeah.
You now have a 3 to your name, right?
Well, I mean, I had to return one, but yeah, 3.
Well, no, because you have the...
Oh, I forgot I do have the...
You got the VCR, and then you have your currently working Xbox One X, and then you have this Xbox One X that we just fixed.
Yeah, dude. I'm happy the VCR is still alive.
Yes.
That's the pair to yours. We picked that up at the same time.
We did. Yes, we did. Oh, boy. Anyways, this is Mr. Mario, signing off. Thank you all for watching, everyone, and until next time, I guess.